basketball stars, yes, let them play. Crowds getting loud, talking the trash, technical fouls. Wait till all year, can't wait to see NBA here on ABC.
Switch the camera.
A beautiful day in the Bay Area. And Oracle Arena is in Oakland, California. Another sellout crowd and one of the loudest buildings in all of sports. Home of the Golden State Warriors. Faced the Cavs this afternoon. Our starting lineups are brought to you by Taco Bell. And because of injuries, teams have had to change things a little bit.
Jose Calderon, J.R. Smith, LeBron James, Jay Crowder. Power forward.
Jay Crowder, one of the new Cavs, starting to play better. As the Cavaliers come in 19-2 in their last 21. Meanwhile, Patrick McCaw is getting the season. And the rookie Jordan Bell has given Steve Kerr some nice moments, getting his 9th start of the season to go with the other 3 All-Stars. And of course, it's a season of giving and the traditional gift exchange before each game here on Christmas Day. The Golden State Warriors hosting a group of 32 kids from the Unity Council. The mission of the Unity Council to promote social equity and improve the quality of life by building communities where everyone can work, live,
the national anthem
thrive.
will begin. Oh, they're playing now. Oh, okay. Thank you. I didn't want to see that.
And Durant has handled it well. They did lose the other night in one of the worst performances in a while. They scored 81 points against Denver. But prior to that, it won 11 straight. Meanwhile, LeBron James and the Cavs, as we mentioned, 19-2 in their last 21. After that,
LeBron rocking 2 sleeves today.
A little different players, not necessarily Mark, especially on Christmas Day when things are a little different. To start with a local new tip-off.
And I wish I could explain it. As a player, as a coach, you just understood that it was different. And not much you can do about it. You sit there and say, oh, here we go again. It's a tough adjustment.
And the interesting part is players practice well even earlier than noon, so why they can't play well at noon has never made sense to me.
Today's game also available in Spanish on ESPN Deportes. It's nice to see you 2 guys back together again. I'm glad you fixed all the problems you were having and were able to work together again.
Well, Mike, I want to say thank you to you for my tie. It's a beautiful tie. Mark chose, as a sign of disunity, not to wear his tie.
Well, 2 things, Mike. I didn't appreciate you spreading the rumors of why we were not working together. That's first of all. Second of all,
and the tip goes to Golden State.
Every kid in America.
Fuck.
He's not a kid, Mike.
You're a hater.
They want Golden State overall 26-7 on the year. First pass deflected by Jay Crowder.
Cleveland ball, nigga.
And a turnover. The Warriors 12-4 here at home at Oracle Arena. As you mentioned, they've won 11 in a row prior to Saturday night's loss. Kevin Love blocked by Durant. Love goes right back, misses.
God, man. It's like the finals all over again.
How about Durant and his shot blocking 2nd in the NBA in blocks per game. Durant gets to the basket, gets inside, layup short. He thought he was hit, and LeBron James comes the other way.
Jay.
What
up, hey?
Does a good job getting out of
that. LeBron.
To the steal. James kicks it out. J.R. Smith. His 3-pointer.
Oh, my God, J.R.
Nice feed inside, but Love not expecting it. And Patrick McCaw came close to stepping out of bounds, but hangs on.
They want 3s. That's what they want. He turned it over. Oh, my God. Let's go. Nice pass. What the fuck? Oh, my God.
This is the 12 o'clock start I think we're talking about.
Absolutely. Durant banks out his trip. They wave it off. Offensive foul.
Oh, yeah.
The Love throws the charge.
Offensive foul.
These are the problems that the Warriors have, and Steve Kerr always on them about turning the
basketball
early on in this game. Exactly what they're getting. A great job by Kevin Love, stepping in, sacrificing his body, and taking the hit.
Well, they are the 2nd highest scoring team in the league at 150 a game. They're the best shooting team, but they do turn it over quite a bit. Their pace and their style play something to do with it, so they've got 3 turnovers already.
LeBron drive! Oh, come on, LeBron!
Crowder. And Jay Crowder hits the 3.
Yeah, let's go.
One of the players who came over from Boston in the Kyrie Irving trade He's had his ups and downs this season fitting in with his new team, but he can be an excellent defender in a matchup like this, Jeff.
I think Cleveland's much better equipped this year.
Come on, D. Oh my God! Yes! Yo!
Cleveland's much better equipped this year to defend the
Patrick
elite
McCall
teams.
is so terrible. He turned the ball over, bro.
But as far as matchup-wise,
He turned the ball over. LeBron.
and
LeBron.
they have a better chance.
Let's go.
Pass deflected by Durant out of bounds. Still catch ball with 10 to shoot.
Talk about defense. That's very good defense by Jordan Bell. One-on-one against LeBron James, forcing him into a tough pass, but not giving him a direct line drive to the cup.
Bell's second-round pick this year out of Oregon. He has been just a superb bench player for him. And getting starts because of
Polo's going to shoot
Calderon lines up,
yes!
knocks down the three.
6-0. Come
He's
on.
a great shooter. And he's a great teammate, Mike. You put those two things together, it's no surprise that he's played well on this team.
Got the Warriors on lockdown.
He's shooting 50% from
Look at that. Draymond.
Green drives, finishes, and is fouled.
What?
LeBron James picks up his first and a chance for a three-point play.
Well, just a swing. James gets beaten on the first step, bumps him. Good finish by Green.
Well, Mark, you mentioned this at the top. You look with Golden State. Green has missed 5 games this year. Durant's missed 5. Curry now 10 total games. And they don't miss a beat.
That's they make the All-Star game
going out.
points like
Talked about it. They defend at a high level. So offensively, you're going to have good nights and bad nights. But defensively, you can be great every single night, which puts you in position to win ball games.
Jay Crowder. Nice.
Jay Crowder!
That's exactly
5
what
points.
has been urging the new
5
Cavaliers
points
to
for
do.
Crowder.
More aggressive on the
Come
offensive
on.
end. When he scores, they rarely lose. Doesn't get double figures a lot, but when he does,
Oh my.
it usually amounts to
Oh my fucking God, bro. Fuck! I gotta stop cursing though.
The other night, the Warriors played Denver. It was one of the strangest games we've seen from the Warriors in years. 3 for 27.
I don't care, bro.
Play Thompson.
When it's the Warriors versus the Cavs, I always gotta be hot because I'm a Cavs fan.
Gotta give some of the credit to the Nuggets defense.
Let's go, LeBron. Yes. Makes it look easy all the time.
By the Cavs started this ball game,
Fuck.
I believe 0 for 5 from the field. Since then, they're 4 for 4, and it's high percentage quality offense.
We want Warriors shooting well. They just keep turning it over. As
Durant
sizes that one up, can't get it to go. Bell tips it. And the ball hit the backboard, so it's going to be Cleveland ball.
This is what you don't want to allow if you're facing LeBron James. Make him a jump shooter. Put a direct line drive to the cup. A recipe for disaster. And great scorers. That's how they get it going. Quality offense, and all of a sudden they have a rhythm.
And think about Cleveland. They
have no Curry
There's no one you can
and no help. Curry's the only one who let him win.
Very difficult.
Kevin Love? That's a foul, man! Where's the foul?
He got hit. Durant quickly the other way. Draymond Green to Thompson. Wide open for 3.
Outstanding job in transition by Patrick McCall, setting that screen.
I don't know, bro. Something wrong with these referees.
So Thompson again, 1 for 10 from downtown at home the other night. He's 2
Go
for 2
ahead.
to start here this afternoon. J.R. Smith back to Love. Love having a fine season for the Cavs, averaging a double-double. And gets that one to go for his first field goal.
I like when they started.
Oh my God. It's just like the final!
More transition defense off the make.
That's what you can't live with, Coach. Off of a made shot, this is what you give up. You got to be disciplined if you're going to beat this championship Warriors team.
And it all starts with cross matches. Guys, because of all the switching that happens at the defensive end, if you're always trying to get back to your own, it's going to be very difficult right there. They were caught without talk of who they were matching up with, and it led to the easy bucket by Durant.
Durant, a rare miss at the line, 88% for the season.
Wow.
Cavs, a great offensive team. They're 3rd in scoring. They're 3rd in field goal percentage.
Oh, nice pass.
J.R. Smith has all the room to back up, but he can't hit. Clay Thompson tips it nicely to Durant.
What's wrong with y'all?
Three does not get the bounce. And Steve Kerr off the bench, irate. He thought Durant was fouled on that.
No. Kevin Love was fouled when he tried to go for a 3.
Gaines drives, pass inside. Deflected out of bounds, last touch by Golden State. And we'll take our first timeout. 6.5 remaining in the first. Cleveland off to a good start on the road.
My weekly poker games moved to the Cobra Lounge. You'll help run it.
I was in a room with movie stars, directors, and business titans.
You're making thousands in tips every week.
Thank you, Molly.
I want you to listen. You are unimportant.
I wasn't gonna wait before I put a plan in place. First buy-in, $250,000 in this play.
I don't think I can defend a poker princess.
Do you think a princess can do what I do? You're incorrect.
Molly's Game. Rated R.
They're getting ready for a hot deal. Looking for the new McPick 2 for $5. Going for savory, juicy, and crispy. It's good! Choose 2 fan favorites on the McPick 2 for $5 menu.
My favorite holiday meal is roasted lamb,
and matzo ball soup.
dumplings.
My mom makes this really horrible green bean casserole.
Turkey tamales.
Food is the way we connect.
To make holiday meals possible for more families, Wells Fargo is collecting donations at our 5,900 branches.
You put a meal in front of
What you
somebody.
talking about, something?
They're happy.
Damn. Peter Kaplan.
So there you were, owning the landscape, the freedom of knowing that you were out in front.
Dr. Moon.
But what didn't occur to you is that while you were basking in old glories, we were forging a new path. Now it's your turn. Listen in 20
I gotta watch Dr. Moon later on.
Visit your local Kia dealer to learn more.
It's a real good show.
This season, get 2 lines of unlimited data for $80
Probably the
a
best
month
show
on the
I've
Cricket Unlimited 2 plan. Plus, get great deals on LG smartphones when you switch. All on a network that covers over 99% of Americans. Cricket Wireless, something to smile about.
I only get one
It can
person
detect a
in
threat using
chat.
AI and respond 60 times faster. It lets you know where your data lives down to the very server. It keeps your insights from prying eyes so they're used by no one else but you. It is the cloud. The IBM cloud. The cloud that's designed for your data. AI ready. Secure to the core. The IBM cloud is the cloud for business. Yours.
Want to stay up to date? Hey Siri, show me basketball scores. Basketball score here is 12-10, and Kevin Durant, after that whistle, was called for his 8th technical foul. He thought he was fouled on this play, as did Steve Kerr. And you can see J.R. Smith gets into the shooting area. So legitimate feat there, and then got hit with the technical.
Yeah, bit. I mean,
ejected 3 times this year. And he had only been ejected once prior to this season. There you see Derek Stafford had a
technical, bitch.
shot
Yeah.
technical with LeBron James misses.
And I was surprised LeBron James shot that technical. Calderon is a much better free throw shooter.
JR for
J.R.
three.
Smith can't connect.
I'll shoot that, JR.
For the rebound.
And that's a throwaway line, but you
Why?
can't won a loss by a
What
point.
are you doing?
So that's a point you leave on the
Durant is
board.
gonna
Not having the best free throw shoot on the floor.
McCall.
Shooting the technical foul.
McCall looked at his pivot foot. That's 5 turnovers in less than 6 minutes for Golden State.
And Mike, to go back to the foul against Durant that I thought was a foul, but all these shooters now, and we saw Love do it earlier, they fall down when people come. To me, there's so much flopping going on now by jump shooters.
Brown's gonna shoot for 3. Bang!
As James Hitton, the league has to take care of that. It makes it very hard for these officials
15-10.
when shooters are constantly falling
Warriors
down.
are down
It's
by
the
5
flop
here.
that needs to be eliminated.
A lot of veteran players have had to adjust the way they close out on jump shooters because of how
Look at that. Look at that.
Durant tied up, turns it over again.
My question to you would be, you said
This is a
league takes
rivalry
care.
that's
How
been
do you
going on
suggest
since
They take care.
2015. 50.
They buy a flop.
Ever since they made it in
And
the
a nice
finals.
takedown by J.R. Crowder in the lane, and a reversal by Draymond Green.
Pass inside.
What are y'all doing, bro? Draymond's trying to wrestle a fucking Jay Crowder on the floor, man.
Durant for the foul. Durant then bumps into Calderon.
He can be ejected, but they won't do it.
For second technical foul is automatically.
What the man?
Giving it to Gary Zielinski. And Calderon's right because Gary says knock it off. Calderon did nothing.
It's a double standard. It's a total double standard. We know it exists, and it's okay that it exists. Just admit it.
These referees are fucking crooked as hell, bro. I'm done, bro.
He's going up. Calderon gets in front of him to stop the fast break. Commits the foul.
He pushed him with the ball. And Durant should get a technical for that shit.
I agree.
We're glad.
But they wouldn't.
Well, technical has just been called.
What?
On Draymond Green.
Oh!
See, Mike, I agree.
Draymond Green got a technical. Okay. I can live with that.
And if his name wasn't Kevin Durant, he would have had a second technical. And it's okay.
Bitch ass. Motherfucker.
To admit it.
So a surly start here on Christmas Day between these two teams.
Oh, I wish Isaiah was playing. I thought Isaiah was playing.
Oh, I love this play. Takedown. Reversal. And play on.
Reversal takedown. Oh my God.
Into the heat of the rivalry.
This is hilarious, man. Draymond Green. Fucking ridiculous, man.
Durant gets to catch. Crowder's been all over him. Durant, tough shot for his second field goal.
LeBron.
James.
Nice! That's a foul!
Ball. Jordan Bell thought he went straight up. Instead, LeBron James going to go straight to the free throw line.
I don't know how these officials do it. I would give technicals out left and right if I was an official. I would.
By the way, they're saying it's before the shot.
So
he's a pass off. Yep, he did pass off. Well, I agree with you. Everybody worries, but every single night.
No, every game, every
play. At some point, enough is enough, and you really have to mean enough is enough. Well, they're getting together, the Referees Association, the NBA, and the Players Association, trying to figure out a way to get it back to a point where it's every single play.
Shut up and only complain about the ones that are legit.
And if they continue to complain, then give them another technical amount. That'll stop the bickering and complaining. I'd like you two to both attend the meetings. James kicks it back out. Wade coming off the bench for this team.
19-12.
More three-pointers per game than Golden State.
They call
right now,
timeout.
they have a 7-point first quarter lead.
Oh my goodness, this game is getting interesting. Who's in the chat right now? Anybody in the chat? Whatever.
Right now, lease a 2018 Sorento L for $199 a month, or get $4,000 toward the purchase of a new 2018 Sorento SX or SXL when you finance through Kia.
We have just been handed the most important job in the world.
19 men attacked our country. 12 of you will be the first ones to fight back.
This game's good as hell, bro.
21 days to fight 50,000 Taliban and Al-Qaeda fighters.
Nothing we'd rather do.
We're fighting with horsemen against tanks. The only way home is winning.
This might be a trick.
12 strong, the declassified true story of the soldiers. Rated R.
Washington versus Boston. And Houston against Oklahoma. No way, Jose. I got 8 o'clock on my schedule. 8 o'clock is Monday Night Raw. So, yeah.
Get up to $400 toward a Galaxy Note 8 or S8 qualifying trade. Only on Samsung.com.
Do you need the most trusted battery this holiday? Maybe not. Maybe you could trust the world would be just as happy without them. Or you could just trust Duracell.
It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas.
Something inside me has always been there.
is yours. The Last Jedi AR stickers. Only on the Google Pixel camera.
Right now at Burger King, get 2 cheeseburgers, fries, and a drink for just $3.49. That's 2 flame grilled cheeseburgers, fries, and a drink for just $3.49. It's a big deal on an even bigger meal. Only at Burger King.
You watching another game?
You know, when I played football, if you got a concussion, you went right back in the game. It didn't hurt any of us. There's no long-term damage.
Dan, you're watching basketball.
Welcome back to NBA Christmas. It's presented by State Farm. Joining us today on the sideline, Israel Gutierrez. Hey, Israel.
Hey, Mike, Merry Christmas. While you could argue that Kevin Durant's addition to the Golden State Warriors has taken a bit away from the rivalry with the Cavaliers because he made an already great team even better, it's done nothing to diminish the rivalry between and LeBron James. And after hitting this huge transition three-pointer in the face of LeBron to steal Game 3 of the Finals, the competition reached another level. Durant said that shot and the ensuing title officially allowed him in the club of the elites of all time. Quote, I've always felt like I had the skills to be one of the best to play, Durant said. It's a matter of putting together those moments. On the other end, though, LeBron isn't just allowing KD his place alongside him. Dwayne Wade told me he experienced the same with Kobe Bryant. LeBron has taken on the challenge of keeping Durant, quote, in his place. It's a rivalry within a rivalry, guys, and Durant seems pretty fired up.
Well, Israel, 2 of the most gifted players ever play the game. It's Durant right on cue, knocks down a 3-point for Golden State.
Same spot as Israel was referencing to.
You notice, I mean, Durant was spectacular last year in the finals, winning Finals MVP. And he's saying he just the comfort level this year is so much more just in terms of where he's living.
Passes it. Kevin Love. Kevin Love. What?
And it's gone. Andre Iguodala throws it ahead.
That's a foul, but hey.
Bell kicks it out. Thompson for 3. Warriors within 1.
Oh my God, I hate that. Fuck.
Iguodala, another finals MVP, guarding LeBron James.
LeBron! Fuck!
Game 2 for 5 to start. Here comes Green. Bell couldn't handle the pass. And Dwayne Wade to the basket, left-handed, banks it.
Oh, let's go. Let's go.
Wade. Let's go. All over.
Hey.
Wade has seemed to really relaxed and fit into his role coming off the bench as Golden State calls a timeout.
He understands how he can impact the game coming off that bench for this Cavaliers team, playing the backup point guard position, giving them some scoring pop, and also playmaking ability, this time in transition over Klay Thompson. Kevin Durant.
This game is intense as hell, man.
The new Firefox, now twice as fast.
Before a big celebration, I always do my beauty treatment. We're celebrating French vanilla, your own flavor.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're the best in doing
White villa, Nassau Rock, French vanilla.
Can't play that. I just remembered YouTube like to copyright people for songs. Cannot play that. Ooh.
NBA Christmas continues on ABC. 2 more great games. After this one, it's the Wizards and the Celtics. Then at 8, Rockets and the Thunder from Oklahoma City.
Next year, Christmas Day,
full day of NBA.
We're not going to have the Cavs versus Warriors no more.
Warriors come out with the ball for Golden State. Jeff Green is in there for Cleveland. Iguodala, top of the arc. And Wade the rebound.
Down by 3.
Henry Cassidy also on for Golden State.
D-Wade passes to Kevin Love.
Nick Young is Durant, the only starter. Kevin Love back down, can't finish. Durant the rebound.
Migraines, bro. Durant's gonna pull up again.
James snatches it. Jeff Green has been playing really well last several weeks, especially coming off the bench in his first year in Cleveland.
Not gonna drive him on.
First shot of the night. This is James right there on the foul.
Thank you, LeBron.
Remember the Cavs started the season. They were 3-5.
Bad.
Since then, they had a 13-game winning streak.
Iguodala is like he's got
24-9, slightly behind Boston, a game and a half, and percentage points behind Toronto. Raptors playing so well this year as Kasky gets inside. Misses the layup, but Kevon Looney on the tip-in.
And you're right about Toronto. They have been great. They have played a preponderance of their games on the road. They have been fabulous. They're right now, to me, playing as well as anybody in this league.
Dwayne Casey doesn't get enough credit for the
Wayne, don't shoot that, please.
With that Raptors team. And preponderance is a great word.
God, man.
I mean, he's got a cheat.
Wayne, you're not a shooter, man.
Don't even get me started. This guy pulled out 2 7-letter words in the same game in a row, acting like they were his words. I know a St. John's education when I see it.
Oh, my goodness. This guy's a hater. Looney and Iguodala. Jump shot for Andre Iguodala. Knocks it down.
Are you done?
The impact he's had year after year for this team. This is now his 5th year in Golden State. Coming off the bench, the leader of the reserves as we get under a minute remaining here in the first. James guarded by Nick Young.
First quarter
There's a bit of a mismatch there, and James gets to the rim. And not much you can do when he puts his head down and determined to turn the corner and get to the cup. Durant inside, right back. Runs the shot, Kasky tips it to Durant and puts it back up and in. Heads up play from Omri Kasky. He's been a nice addition coming off the bench.
Because they need shooters.
Again, size and knows how to play.
That's why.
Korver fires a three, connects. Kyle Korver from downtown. Great shooter.
Oh, man.
Fifth all time in 3-pointers made.
And you forget how big he is. He's all of 6'8".
Shot clock is off. Nick Young gets away from James, fires, can't hit, rebound tip.
Nope. Y'all can hear the thing. I'm not going to show it.
Cavaliers come out storming and lead by 4 after 1 here in Oakland on Christmas Day.
Spend the holidays with Golden Globe nominee for Best Animated Film, Coco. It's spectacular, astonishing. The perfect blend of humor and heart. See it again with your family. Disney Pixar's Coco, now playing rated PG.
Change doesn't announce itself. Doesn't ask for permission. Doesn't compromise. Change doesn't bow down. Doesn't fear. It doesn't yield.
Oh my God.
Change doesn't hesitate. It doesn't think twice.
Commercial.
It happens. And it happens fast.
Our story of the game is brought to you by Cricket Wireless. Cavaliers leading on the road by 4. Nice start for Cleveland on the road.
They played well. It was a little bit physical, a lot of complaining, and King James.
Making it happen on the offensive end. On the other end, Klay Thompson and his crew gets it going, knocking down the long ball.
The Black Panther has protected the world for generations.
It is your time.
Step into the spotlight. The world's gonna start over. Now we're burning it all. Step into the spotlight.
I like this trailer. I mean, this TV spot. It's not trailer though.
This ends today.
Oh my God! I cannot wait.
Shea Butter by Dollar Shave Club. It's going to change your life.
well, the shade's part of your life. Try shave butter and a razor at dollarshaveclub.com.
Taco Bell's new $5 cravings deal has all of Taylor's favorites like the beefy 5-layer burrito, cinnamon twist, crunchy taco, cheesy gordita crunch, and a medium drink. It also has Brad's favorites, the guy who bought it. Taco Bell's new $5 cravings deal.
DirecTV has been rated #1 in customer satisfaction over cable for 17 years. Be shaken sudden. Having their seat hit on an airplane. Being rammed by a shopping cart. Sitting in gum. And walking into a glass door. But for everyone else, there's DirecTV. For #1 rated customer satisfaction over cable, switch to DirecTV and for a limited time get a $100 reward card. Call 1-800-DIRECTV.
It's the Kia Light Up the Holiday Sales Event. Lease the rugged and refined 2018 Sorento L or the sporty and stylish 2018 Optima LX for just $199 a month. Or get a special holiday offer of $4,000 towards the purchase of a Sorento SX or SXL or Optima SX when you finance through Kia. Deals end soon. Hurry into Kia, the brand ranked highest in initial quality.
Welcome back to Oakland. Time for today's coaches interview brought to you by Sprint. Ty, that first quarter you didn't really shoot the ball that well, but your offense still gave you the lead. What did you do well?
I thought we got good shots. We got to take care of the basketball, keep them up with offensive glass, and take care of the 50-50 balls.
Defensively, the goal is really to keep the easy shots away from Clay and Kevin Durant. How do you feel he's done on that so far?
Early on, we struggled. I think Durant got a couple early, Clay got one early. But after that, you got to understand they're going to switch a lot of things, so you got to take the nearest man, and we got to do a good job in the second quarter.
Thank you, Tom. Merry Christmas. Guys.
Thanks, Israel. Wade throws it up. Thompson. Second effort. Will go get another rebound. Gathers. Stripped and stolen. Ball still.
Look at this. What the fuck is that, man?
Look at
What the fuck?
Terrific hands down low.
Right. What the fuck is this, man? I like
off to a through start from downtown, guarded by Carver. Talking about two great long-range shooters.
Oh, they fouled the shit out of him,
Thompson
too.
gets a three. Jump shot misses. Wade chips to the Corbett.
You know, it's quietly had a great year, David West. Now he's been there. That guy has been so impactful in so many games for the Warriors.
Got Green misses. And he doesn't play big minutes.
Oh, man.
About 13 minutes a game. But he's almost like the playmaker on the second unit.
And the playmaker, they do a very good
Now,
job.
down by 4.
Big plays on the block.
Down by 2.
A lot of times they'll have him facilitate on the block.
I mean, they're up by 4.
Outstanding pass.
2-point lead for the Cavs. Led by as many as 7 in that first quarter. Wade to Thompson. They get down a call for a foul. See the improvement right now in Cleveland with their bench with Wade now coming off the bench. Forward. Now Tristan Thompson coming off the bench.
Tuesday, Chicago.
NBA Week 11, the upcoming schedule. ABC today. The 2 games later from Boston and Oklahoma City on TNT tonight. T-Wolves and Lakers. And NBA TV Tuesday. Milwaukee hosting Chicago. Clippers hosting Sacramento.
Tonight, Minnesota at LA.
Right now the bench for Green knocks it down. We've got Green, Korver, and Wade all averaging double figures off the bench for the Cavaliers.
Wade is the greatest player to ever come off the bench.
Damn right.
He's a top 3 shooting guard of all time.
Who's number 1?
I mean, late in his career after being a
after being a...
As Green missed
Draymond Green not a shooter, man.
Came off the benches.
Wait.
Wade
Come on,
misses that. Rebound, Iguodala.
And you get no argument from me.
Iguodala drives and is fouled. Look at the guy who,
Fifth pick
was
in
the
the
Finals
2003.
MVP, was a leading scorer at one point in the league. Just one of the great players year after year. Sometimes not enough to talk about sacrifices that he's made when LeBron James came to Miami and really let him become the #1 guy here coming off the bench.
To me, that was a bigger sacrifice because he was Dwayne Wade in his prime. And he sacrificed allowing LeBron to be the alpha male. This one, okay, you could have gone either way. But that one was huge and a statement which allowed that Miami Heat team to propel itself to be champions.
We shouldn't overlook just because James went there and was phenomenal. just how great Wade has been his entire career. From his rookie year on.
Clay
Johnson jumper. Got it. And James and Wade are both in their 15th year in the league, and rightfully so. We make such a big deal about James and the numbers he's putting up in his 15th year. But you do have to remember, like, Wade was in college for 3 years, so he's 3 years older than LeBron James. And that makes a huge difference.
Who is you? LeBron's gonna get you off the team, bro. That's why. Who the fuck is that on the court, bro? Who is that?
Livingston missed the last 3 games.
I don't know who that white nigga is on the court. I'm not talking about court.
Deflected by David West.
But I want to know who that guy is. This guy, I don't know what his name
Thanks,
is,
Mike.
bro.
I talked to Kyle Korver before the game, who obviously spends a lot of time playing with Dwayne Wade on the floor. He said that he always thought that Dwayne was a great guy, but for him to really embrace the role, not just accept the role, but embrace the role coming off the bench, speaks to the type of player he is. But the one thing he marveled at is the idea that on this team, at any given time, they have two of the greatest basketball minds of all time running this team.
That's a foul! Yeah!
That's his real. David West thought he avoided the contact.
Yes! What is it? I'm about to
go to the
say
line.
for 2. I think for 2 or 3.
I really don't have a problem with that call. I understand normally, but Wade doesn't jump all the way into David West. David West doesn't go straight up. He's jumping towards Wade, which makes it opportunity for him to make the
call. Let's go, bruh.
And I think the bigger issue, besides the calls, every scouting report has Dwayne Wade. You don't go for a shot fake after the dribble. But it's very hard for big guys when they switch out on him not to bite. And I think they're going to go review at it.
They're going to review if he's behind the arc, which he was.
Ah.
You can tell with the previous replay you could see.
There was a 2.
Here's the one. He just inches that right foot a little closer, but it's still behind the line. And I'm sure you'll agree with me. We don't need to take too much time to take a look at plays like this.
Come on, man.
No, we don't.
I think they should just look at you and you either give them a thumbs up or thumbs down.
Hey, before replay, late games, that's exactly what happened in this league. It wasn't spoken about. It's clearly behind the three. But referees did that all the time.
Are like
there's no problem with that.
Wade's missing the post. Wade's going to be 36 next month. He plays about 24 minutes a game. Every once in a while, he'll still have a typical Dwayne Wade game.
Shut up now,
Remind you, the Junior NBA World Championship is the NBA's first ever global youth basketball tournament for elite boys and girls teams, ages 14 and under from around the world. The competition will take place in ESPN Rival Sports Complex in August. To learn more, visit juniornba.com/World Championship. It's like the Little League World Series, the NBA having a worldwide tournament.
Couple kids on their phone watching the game. Always a good sign.
Unfortunately, as the ball knocked away, that was on our net return monitor, not yours.
Oh, I'm sorry.
He's been chilling at home a lot, Mike. Green gets the ball thrown away. But it was on the regular monitor. I remember one time calling about 5 minutes of action off the wrong monitor one time.
But Mike, see, net return is what people see. So that was seen worldwide.
Correct. Wade, short. And Iguodala comes the other way. 33-31, Cavs still with the lead. The pull-up shot is good. After a rough shooting night the other night, he is on the mark. 13 points on 5 of 7 from the field. Just a subtle thing, using the shoulder to eliminate Kyle Korver's defense and the size to elevate, have a perfect look at the rim. Foul away from the ball. And the thing that's fascinating to me when we talk about Wade and LeBron in their 15th year, this isn't normal 15-year play.
These are big moments. A lot of playoff moments, championship moments. These guys have played USA basketball, gold medal. I mean, it's a lot of, it's not just 15 years. It's awfully impressive what these guys are able to do, especially LeBron.
Oh!
In and out. Draymond Green with his sixth rebound. Throws it ahead. Nice catch from McCaw. Thompson for three.
Don't get too excited, Warriors fans. Don't get too excited.
Thompson on Jeff Green. Green backing in.
Fuck your
Nice
mother, man.
And with all the switching that Golden State does, if you're not careful, you'll turn into an isolation team over and over again.
McCaw from downtown.
He's not even good for three. I don't even know. I tried to do it.
Just over 5 minutes gone by here in the second. Cavs have missed 10 of their first 11 shots of the second quarter. Now down to 33% shooting. And it's still tied. Osman gets it.
He traveled too, but I'm not going to say nothing because we're going to get rid of you, bro.
Livingston out to Thompson, another three. Osman, the rookie from
What are you doing? Look at this nigga, man. Oh, my God. Who is
basketball right now. Down one of Green shooter.
bro?
Thompson back to West.
West.
Wade with the steal, but couldn't control it.
I'm tired of this, man.
And we'll take a timeout.
Get him out of the game.
Close to the halfway point. Second quarter here in Oakland. It's all time.
Damn. The dumbest player on the Cavs. That's why that's why LeBron wants to get rid of some of his teammates. For one, Tristan Thompson. The fuck?
Something would have happened right now.
Because the David Kardashian.
Dangerous situation. Extremely critical moment. Would you know what to do? Would you know how to act? Would you act?
15-17 to Paris. Rated PG-13.
Alright, I can take the chance, man.
Progress is an unstoppable force. The Season of Audi sales event is here. Audi will cover your first month's lease payment on select models during the Season of Audi sales event. At Burger King, get 2 cheeseburgers, fries, and a drink for just $3.49. That's 2 flame grilled cheeseburgers, fries, and a drink for just $3.49. It's a big deal on an even bigger meal. Better. Only at Burger King.
Sweet.
Other than going, man. You know, just another day in the neighborhood.
The only good 2K game that is Nintendo Switch.
I won't rest until we find our dad.
I'm getting good energy here. He taxidermied a chipmunk. Father Figures. Rated R.
Tuesday, January 2nd, Blackish is back at home new.
I got you, girl.
And it's bringing 2 Golden Globe nominations, including Best Actor in a Comedy.
You can't fake a heart attack every time you want to get out of trouble.
New Blackish, Tuesday, January 2nd on ABC.
Let's get it, Clay. Here we go. Good start, sir. Take ball on that first layup. You too athletic. Hey, come here back off. Come here back off. Come here back off. I like that.
We do not use the part where he got the technical foul in that package of been wired, but We're glad that he agreed to wear the microphone here this afternoon. Meanwhile, of course, for the Cavaliers, the big thing is going to be when will Isaiah Thomas come back? It could be any day. Thomas acquired in the Kyrie Irving trade. That right hip injury has not played since the Eastern Conference Finals. But it's getting very close as Livingston's called for a foul and Wade going to the basket. And it'll be such an interesting to see. Warmed up with the team for a couple of games now. He's practiced with the G League team of the Celtics. He's practiced with not the Celtics, with the Cavs, and with the Cavaliers themselves. So it could be any day.
Why
Next couple of games.
keep
A totally different weapon. And
Man,
do a lot
I
of
ain't treating
things that
bro
Kyrie
right,
Irving was
man.
able to do with this offense that the Cavs have, where he carries the offense with LeBron on the floor, all without him on the floor, and also down the stretch, the ability to create his own shots. He's a difference maker. That was yesterday in practice, by the way.
That's pretty impressive for a 5'9" guy, but I think there's so much more sacrifice that's going to have to take place for Cleveland when Isaiah Thomas comes back, because he's a big minute player. If he's out all year, you trade an elite like Kyrie Irving and his replacement is unhealthy, that they have record that they have, to me, is incredible. And I just wonder who's going to be sort of, Calderon to be out of the rotation. Groves may not make it back into the rotation, but there's a lot of sacrifice coming because he's going to play big.
Rose, by the way, still out with an ankle injury. Remember, Thomas last year, third in the NBA in scoring, averaged almost 29 a game. He was also second
Rose is always out, man.
fourth quarter
This
points.
dude never
Was in
be
his
healthy.
hand at the end of the Celtics game. Nice move from McCall on LeBron James.
Oh, LeBron James was like that special.
Got it again. Kevin Love. Nice little head fake. Knocks down the three. His second three-pointer.
Let's go. Man, come on, man.
To me, Isaiah Thomas is not just a scorer. He's going to make other guys on the floor better because of his ability to score. You surround him with shot makers, it's an easier game to play.
Well, particularly a team like the Warriors, who switch so much. It's hard to switch a big top, just like it was with Kyrie Irving, because of his creativity.
McCall kicks it out of bounds after the miss. And they start, this is a 3-game trip. They play in Sacramento and then in Utah.
Isaiah in his warm-up, but he's not playing.
Those games.
What does that mean?
See the incredible numbers last year. It was one of the great single seasons in Celtics history, and that's saying something.
And I like what they're doing, not rushing him back. Make sure he's right, because you need him when it matters most. You don't need him in December or January.
Well, they play in Boston the first week of January. That's a game on ESPN as Durant comes up with a block. And a nice save there from Nick Young. That's 2 blocks for Kevin Durant. Miles Turner, he's the only player in the league right now averaging more blocks per game. Jordan Bell tied up, finds Young. Young left wide open, 3-pointer. Durant the rebound, right back up and in. He's got 11.
They're trapping Durant off that pick and roll, so that's good movement. They swing it, Young misses, but Durant stays active, gets a second shot, knocks it home.
James drives, and a foul's been called. Kevin Durant trying to say it should have been against Jeff Green. The officials are going to gather. It came away from the ball when James was driving, and it knocked into him. It's going to go against Kevin Durant.
That's an offensive foul on Jeff Green.
That's what Durant feels.
I'd like to take another look at that. That's not a foul. I mean, what are you doing?
That's not a screen. That's not a legal screen.
That's not a screen. He's just there.
He's running away. You can't just have a moving wedge like that. No.
Mike, you don't agree with this guy.
No, he just ran him over.
Right.
Bro, but Durant just pushed him.
So who are you calling the foul on?
Kevin Durant.
Yeah.
How is he fouling? He's not in that's not a legal position. to screen somebody.
He did walk into the path of Durant, didn't give him a chance to change direction. He was kind of an innocent bystander. I think that's a foul on Durant.
Welcome back, Jeff Van Gundy.
No, you guys.
Oh, man.
And because the play pushed him into LeBron James, that's why James shot the free throw there. The ball goes inside. Nice feed. The call to Bell. Couple of the young Warriors connected. And it's tied again.
Them young Warriors ain't shit, though.
One for himself against LeBron James, and that time making the play for Bell.
Oh, hard screen set by James. Calderon's jump shot too strong. Durant with his fifth rebound. Pass inside to Bell. The call left open for three. Bell keeps it alive, but Love comes up with it.
And that's the difference. You can trap Durant when Curry's out.
Calderon, nice little fake. Jump shot, three-pointer short. Pass to the rebound.
Calderon.
The Cavs are shooting 32% here on the road, and the game is tied. Durant for three. First lead of the afternoon for Golden State. And Durant's got 14.
Oh, my man. Fuck.
Offensive foul. Kevin Love, a moving screen. And we'll take a timeout.
Fuck.
NBA Christmas Day on ABC, presented by State Farm. Brought to you by Audi.
I can't hear that.
All right, ladies, we're going out. I love you as a bird. Nobody's gonna die tonight, right?
Yeah, well, that doesn't help.
Rated PG-13.
Monica, it is absolute chaos out here. Gale force winds, accumulations up to 8 inches. Don't know if you can even hear me.
What's he doing?
Can we get a shot of this cold front right here?
All of hip-hop was like, oh my God.
Doctors say he will survive his second shooting in 2 years.
After the shooting, a lot of people pointed the finger at Biggie and Tupac's personal beef. These mafia dons? Like, no, these are record business people.
Team. What? We know it's not the most exciting place in the world, but we have no shortage of team spirit. And while we're not exactly known for our abilities on the court, we do know a thing or two about developing a franchise. Jack Daniels, the most exciting thing about Lynchburg, Tennessee. For now.
This season, get 4 lines of unlimited data for $100 per month on the Cricket Unlimited 2 plan. Plus, switch now and get up to 4 free LG Fortune phones. All on a network that covers over 99% of Americans. Cricket Wireless, something to smile about.
I have come to this building every day and done my job. But honestly, sometimes it scares me. I don't know what we do here.
Someone walked in from the other side.
The other side,
Don't panic.
Hi, Howard.
Do you have any idea how lucky you are? No one gets to meet the other. During the Cold War, there was an experiment. Something went wrong. They opened up a passage.
One reality. Duplicated. A kill order came out from my side, targeting people on your side. Handle is Baldwin. She's a contract assassin. Your wife may be her next target.
We're caught in the middle of something whether we want to be or not.
So we should just build a wall and never come back.
You don't know these people like I do. They don't tolerate mistakes.
The most talked about movie of the year is now Golden Globe nominated, including Best Supporting Actor Christopher Plummer, now as J. Paul Getty.
Mr. Getty, how much would you pay to release your grandson?
Tell him I'm coming.
All the money in the world, now playing Rated R.
Now is a time to come together, to help each other, to give more of ourselves to one another, and to understand that nothing is more powerful than putting a smile on someone else's face. This is on us. From all of us to all of you, happy holidays.
Here on Christmas Day at Oracle Arena. The Cavs and the Warriors first meeting since Game 5 of the NBA Finals back in June. Nick Young, one of the new members of the Warriors. Jordan Bell, Omri Caspi. New faces that have played important roles off the bench. Young catches, fires away. And Kevin Love the rebound. James against Young. Falling away, difficult shot. Rebound Durant.
Great defense by Nick Young.
And even if he makes that shot, he lives with that. Crossover, can't finish. And Crowder comes up with it. James spins into the paint. And had nowhere to go. Durant to steal. Caspi all alone. Seven straight Warrior points and their largest lead of the first half. Just over a minute and a half remaining in the second. James steps back, three-pointer. In and out. Ball tipped by Durant right to Kevin Love. James once and again, he's been shooting a career high from downtown this year. And a foul on the entry pass. Jordan Bell grabbing Kevin Love.
We talked about it early on. It's the Warriors on the defensive end. Kevin Durant getting back into the picture, stealing the basketball off to the races. This is when they're at their best. They get stops, they push it in transition.
Well, here in the second quarter, Cavaliers only with 11 points. They're 2 of 18 from the field. Now, this is what Steve Kerr was telling us before the game. What he loves is how the team, especially when guys go down, how defensively they haven't lost that edge. And it's easy to happen. You win a couple of titles, you go to the finals, regular season, maybe it diminishes. But he loves the way they're defending.
And this Cavalier team is a handful offensively. From the way they can spread the floor with numerous three-point shooters, to James on the attack, to Love's post-game, to hold them like they have so far here in the first half, particularly when they haven't shot the ball or played well offensively. That's a tremendous
Warriors number one in the NBA in opponent's field goal percentage.
But I got him to stream early.
In blocks per game. Draymond Green throws it up. McCaw can't get it to fall.
So yeah, I gotta do something real quick. So I'll probably be back, but all right.
James full head of steam stolen by